Alright, I'm currently printing a practice butterfly knife. This, of course, will be PLA plastic. You can see it has a rounded blade right here. That's for safety. You can also see the skirt, as well as the line that is the outer edge of the blade. It's going to fill all that in. And look at over here, you can see it's filling in the inner shape, the inner design there. It's filling all that in. Again, this is printing as all my prints do. Basically, it's a setup I use all the time. If you've looked at any of my videos, you can see that this is the general setup to be almost virtually, I'm going to say it, guaranteed to get your prints to work. If that's all you want to do is print stuff, then stop fiddling with the printer, because once you start fiddling with it, that's when it becomes more complicated. Just use the basics of 3D printing, which is literally filament through extruder, through the Bowden tube, onto a moving head. This is the print head, and down to the table. You know, that's literally all there is. It's A, B, C of 3D printing. Okay? It's like 101, printing 101. You can see that first layer went down almost translucent. That means it's troweling down the filament just perfect. It's kind of like the Goldilocks zone. And the reason I use the tape, among other reasons, is it has a difference in color, kind of a contrast in color. So that way you can see that the filament is just thin enough to allow the blue part of the tape to show through. That's, for me, that's when it's perfect. And pretty much every print I do, I'm going to say it again, every print I do start out this way. This is the first layer right there. Okay, so if you've looked at any of my other videos or you haven't yet, you can see the printer set up in this fashion. This is the original out-of-the-box springs. You can see they're still being used because they work. There are those that say that if you have problems with leveling, you have problems with tramming, like I'm doing here, they say change the springs, that'll solve all your problems. Anyway, good luck. So what I do is I tend to use the good old-fashioned, reliable, tried and true, old-school tramming tool. It's a piece of paper that's used as a feeler gauge. Those that use the electronic sensor here because they don't want to take the effort to learn what the leveling is with the paper, they go with this electronic gizmo and they spend nothing but time and trouble getting it to work properly. Once you understand the paper leveling process, you can get it done within 2 or 3 minutes and you're starting to print. With that electronic gizmo that people tend to use thinking that's the solve-all because Creality said it was, hey, get an electronic leveler, that'll solve all your problems. Okay, maybe for most people, some people, whatever, not for me. So this works because I just keep it as simple as possible. And that for me has been the name of the game. Keep it simple, keeps it printing. Another thing that this allows me, besides all the other advantages, you know, the mirror is an advantage because it's flat, it's reflective, it's removable, replaceable. Parts are easy to remove. Literally, I make no effort at removing parts at all. And the reason for that is because essentially they just come off the bed. There's no damage to the print at all. So it's the way to go. Right here, non-heated bed, right there. Set point is 0 is the set point, right there. That's the bed. Room temperature is 31 Celsius. 212 is the nozzle. That's the nozzle. You can see it heating. When that lights up right there, when that glows, it's heating. When it shuts off, it's not. So that's an indicator when the heat is on and when the heat is off. There you go. Just like that. You can see the controller's working great. So anyway, just wanted to touch bases with you, show what a properly set up printer works like, straight out of the box. Again, another fine coat. I mean, you could just see that that's smooth. There's no jiggity lines or crappy-ass spacing or anything. So please, don't take my word for it. There it is, right there. And again, these are the handles. I did these earlier, and I did these with the same printer, same fashion as I always do. These are the handles, and you can see it's flat. There's no curling or warping or bending or flexing or anything. I don't know. Now here you see no brim, no raft, no curling. No messy ass glue stick. Just like you see it right now, happening right before you, right here. All right, happy printing.